We're keeping you informed, prepared, and connected. Here's what's happening now. A new video raising concerns in the community.
They're not there to protect, like they say, completely.
The man on the bike shares the terrifying moments and why he says he did nothing wrong. And right now, we're just hours away from a vote that could change the future of St. Pete and the Tampa Bay race. Why some people marched downtown to stop the deal.
And we're tracking more of those typical summertime showers and storms for your Wednesday, plus plenty of heat and humidity. Stick around, 10 Tampa Bay is next.
Live now on 10 Tampa Bay, the final countdown. City leaders poised to vote on a controversial deal to redevelop the historic gas plant district. But tonight, one group is fighting back.
And we're kind of hoping that people will realize that, no, we've seen this before. We want a different plate.
In less than 1 minute, why they say the deal isn't in favor of the community. New allegations. Lakeland PD at the center of yet another case of alleged police brutality.
I was completely caught off guard.
Tonight, only on 10 Tampa Bay, the man at the center of the case opens up amidst renewed calls to investigate the department. Plus, Florida leaders take the stage on the second night of the Republican National Convention. The message tonight as both parties ramp up their campaigns. 10 Tampa Bay is live right now. First tonight, the clock is ticking. Less than 48 hours from now, St. Pete City Council leaders are expected to vote on a multi-billion-dollar project that could change the face of the city. The deal would pave the way for a new ballpark and redevelop the surrounding historic gas plant district. Just hours ago, the council met for a final workshop. 10 Tampa Bay's Miguel Octavio is live outside of City Hall tonight. And Miguel, not everyone is in favor of this deal.
Carolina, it seems the city council is poised to approve this deal, but hours ago, a group of more than a dozen people protested outside City Hall. They marched through Central Avenue, arguing this deal prioritizes the ballpark and not the people. St. Pete City Council leaders are expected to vote on this during their meeting on Thursday. If approved, county commissioners must also approve this deal. Live in St. Pete, Miguel Octavio, 10 Tampa Bay.
We've been covering this deal for years now. You can catch up on everything you need to know on our free 10 Tampa Bay app. There you can find a breakdown on the plans and history of how we got here. Now to new allegations of police brutality in Lakeland tonight. Earlier on 10 Tampa Bay, we showed you this body cam footage of a man who fell off his bike and was hit and tased by officers. Just hours ago, he spoke with 10 Tampa Bay's Chris Hurst about joining other efforts to investigate Lakeland police. In two other cases this year with Lakeland police, prosecutors dropped charges after body cam footage emerged. An officer tased Jamal Hudson at a pool party, and Antoine Glover was hit repeatedly while in handcuffs during a traffic stop. Now to a live look at downtown Tampa tonight. It's dry out.
Right after that lunchtime hour into the afternoon, we'll see those showers and storms fire up, but coverage may be a little bit less impressive as the week goes on. So let's take a look at what you can expect over the coming hours. Things quieting down out there. This was after a rowdy first half of the day with quick, very intense downpours and a lot of that energy as we made it through the afternoon and the atmosphere stabilized. We saw those showers and storms wrap up, and you see a few sprinkles even just trying to hold on through portions of DeSoto and Highlands counties tonight. Meanwhile, back out towards the beaches, it's quiet. Offshore, we've had a few of these isolated showers remain over the Gulf of Mexico, and they're actually continuing to pull out to the northwest tonight. So this is going to keep us very muggy, but mostly dry as we go through the next couple of hours. Some spots already in those upper 70s in our inland locations and back up to the Nature Coast, closer to the lower 80s. Very warm, even for 11 o'clock at night along the immediate bay. By the time you wake up tomorrow morning, it will be another sticky start, plenty of humidity. But again, those rain chances we'll be tracking may be a little more few and far between for parts of the afternoon. I'll talk timing and placement of those in just a few minutes.
Tonight in politics, night two of the Republican convention is in the books. The former president's one-time rivals rallying around him just hours ago. So this is a live look at the convention in Milwaukee. It's emptying out after wrapping up within the last 15 minutes. The theme tonight was crime and safety. Several lawmakers and Americans took the stage to lay out the party's hopes for the future. Once again tonight, former President Trump arrived at the convention hall ahead of a speech by his longest challenger, Nikki Haley. During the campaign, she called Trump unfit for office, but tonight she called for unity.
I'm here tonight because we have a country to save. And a unified Republican Party is essential for saving her.
Several speakers from Florida tonight, including Governor Ron DeSantis, Senators Rick Scott and Marco Rubio also spoke. Rubio, now a staunch ally, and was even on his short list for VP. The former president and his running mate J.D. Vance will hold their first rally together Saturday evening in the battleground state of Michigan. It will be Trump's first rally since the attempted assassination on Saturday. President Joe Biden addressed the NAACP convention in Las Vegas just hours ago. This after his campaign is back in full swing after a pause following the assassination attempt on the former president. The president was the keynote speaker at tonight's convention and made an appeal for re-election. Black voters overwhelmingly supported him in 2020.
Just think about where the black community was when I came into office. Think about how far the black community has come. We still got a long way to go.
The Biden-Harris campaign is also set to resume political advertising this week after the brief pause. The president is now scheduled to address the largest annual gathering of Latino advocates and policymakers in Vegas tomorrow. New details tonight in the investigation into the assassination attempt of former President Trump at a rally in Pennsylvania this weekend. The 20-year-old gunman killed a supporter, grazed Trump's ear with a bullet, and injured two others before he was shot and killed. Tonight, a law enforcement officer with direct knowledge of the case, tactical teams were stationed inside the building the shooter used in this attack. At one point, one of the snipers spotted the gunman sitting outside of the building looking at his phone and took a photo. The sniper then observed the gunman using a rangefinder and immediately radioed to the command post. When he was spotted again with a backpack, the officer called for backup. But by the time other officers responded, he had scaled the building.
Next thing you know, I thought it was a backpack or something, and then I seen what I knew was a gun, a machine gun.
The House Committee on Homeland Security announced it will hold a hearing next week on the circumstances surrounding this attack. Now, we should mention an intelligence source tells CBS News protection for former President Trump has been enhanced after potential threats of an Iranian assassination plot. But right now, there is no direct connection between that threat and the shooting this weekend. Tonight, building up the community, dozens of children paired up with a big for the day.
It's nice to have one, and if everybody else had one, it would be nice.
In less than 3 minutes, it was up to Isaac Paredes to represent the race tonight at the All-Star Game, how he did on the big stage, plus how a Tampa native took over the world stage in a big way with her play.
Mornings on 10 Tampa Bay
are all about news, weather, and traffic.
This is going to be impacting you all throughout the morning commute.
That's why it's so important to watch 10 Tampa Bay.
Flooding is a major problem for today.
Start your mornings informed, prepared, and connected.
Weekdays starting at 4:30.
10 Sports is sponsored by Advent Health. 10 Tampa Bay is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Now, sponsored by Advent Health. This is 10 Sports.
It's an experience Isaac Paredes will never forget. From the private flight to walking the red carpet with his family, the Rays third baseman had to hold it down for the entire organization as he was the only representative in tonight's All-Star Game in Arlington.
Stay informed, prepared, and connected with the meteorologists of 10 Tampa Bay. Community means everything at 10 Tampa Bay. Tomorrow, we're heading to Davis Islands.
It is still one of the most sought-after places to live today.
It's an exclusive paradise known for tree-lined streets, waterways, and celebrity residents.
Rodney Kite Powell wrote the book on Davis Islands and its long history. Now he's giving us an exclusive golf cart tour and sharing the secrets to what make the islands so special.
Davis Islands Beach is a hot spot for people, visitors, and even our pups to enjoy.
It's usually really nice, cool, clear.
But water quality advisories are becoming more frequent. That's why I'm out here and I'm asking the experts what you need to know before you hop in the water.
I'm Sarah Rosario. Here in the Tampa Bay area, we're surrounded by water. And with summer in full swing, how one local camp on Tampa's Davis Islands is teaching children life-saving skills both on and off the water.
Watch 10 Tampa Bay's Community Connection live on Davis Islands tomorrow morning starting at 5.
We are just 10 days away from the Summer Olympic Games, and right now thousands of athletes across the world are gearing up for a chance to bring home the gold in Paris. One of those athletes is Eastlake High School alum Parker Valby. The 21-year-old distance runner spoke with us earlier, sharing her thoughts going into this year's games. So she's a junior at the University of Florida with 5 NCAA championship titles. She tells us her achievement still hasn't sunk in yet.
I was in Whole Foods and the cashier was like, bring home the gold. And I was like, sir, I'm not going for the gold. I am just happy to be here.
Yeah, so she placed second in the 10,000 meter marathon to qualify. She earned 4 of her 5 championship titles in one season alone.
The cool thing about Parker Valby entering that competition in Oregon is she ran about 100 more laps than everybody else competing because they're all professionals, and she was coming off her NCAA season.
Yeah.
So she just won a couple of natties and was like, heck, I'm going to go for the whole thing, try to get myself to Paris, and that's exactly what she's doing.
Yeah.
So we got a couple of Eastlake products between her and Nathan Harriel, who will represent the soccer team.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm going to be cheering them on. So excited to have people from our area doing big things. Thank you so much for joining us on Nightside. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
When it comes to school, it's so important to start the year off right.
That's why Achiever Credit Union is collecting supplies for students and teachers.
Drop them off at branches in Pinellas, Hillsborough, or Pasco.
10 Tampa Bay and Achiever.
Helping kids achieve success.